Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Community Services Subcommittee meeting. It's good to have us gather here again. It's been a while since we last had an opportunity to meet as subcommittee here at Community Services. So with that, I'll call the meeting to order. Item 2, disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof. Seeing none. Item 3 is delegations, and for which we have none scheduled. Item 4, and the reason why we're here today is a department update. David, I'll turn it over to you to give us some of the latest and greatest, please.
Sure, thank you. So in the package you received, there's a February 2021 staff or department update. I'll just go through some of the items. So in parks, we are doing what we normally do in wintertime, which is, snow plowing, doing some dead ash tree removals. In the capital side, that RFP for goose control is now closed, and that has been awarded, and it was awarded to the same person that had the contract last year. So we believe that contractors learned lots from last summer, and we'll certainly be on top of things this summer. Cemetery's operation is the same, where it's by appointment. We do have an intercom system, so if somebody came to the front door, it is staffed and they can intercom, and if they need an appointment or need service, that they can get in. We had a riding mower replacement. The quote, it says, is out, but that's also been closed, and we had one bidder, so that's good. That purchase is being taken place. In transit, you'll see the ridership is low during lockdown, and that's to be expected. I will just add that our Saturday on-demand service is going reasonably well. There are still people that are calling in, and we still have people staffed, and our management staff are still out there on Saturdays helping people register. And in some cases, we've noticed that travel times can be actually cut in half. If a rider is organized, they can make bookings to cut their travel time literally in half. And we're seeing some great comments. Of course, there's still a bit of a learning curve. We'll add also that there are other transit organizations that are looking to us for feedback on demand as they are looking to move in that direction. In the capital side, the 4 buses that we ordered in 2020 are now here and in service. So that's great news. You'll see again in parallel transit, our numbers are low. And again, that's to be expected, as there aren't a lot of places open at that time in February for people to go. So the ridership is a little lower. The bus replacement has been ordered for 2020. And that delivery is expected in April. So our recreation programs, our online is related to seniors, and it seems to be fairly popular. And we're back open at the Agriplex now, and programs have again started. In facilities, we took the ice out at Alman. It's our most expensive arena to operate. And we felt that, we took a chance that Junior B hockey probably wouldn't start again, and we could move all of those users to other facilities because there was certainly limited ice time without Junior B taking their normal 10 to 12 hours a week. No plans to reopen Alman until September. We have Dufferin and the Rotary Complex open, and we're full. We're getting calls from outside our area, which unfortunately we're not taking bookings from outside our area. So if you're in a higher color zone, we won't take your booking just to be safe. I will say also that we are still active screening in our arenas, meaning that when you come in the door, we have staff to direct you to fill out a form and then file the form with us. It's just a level of safety. And it also gives us an opportunity to control numbers, because we still have number quotes that we need to match in terms of spectators and people in the buildings. We've extended the seasons a little bit at Dufferin and the complex, mostly at Dufferin to accommodate Rotary hockey. So they're going to go to the end of April, and as soon as they're done, we will take that ice out. And when we get down to the Rotary Complex, we'll take one pad out of there also, and it probably will be end of April, maybe in May. We do offer public skating sessions. Our lighting project that was approved by council in the Rotary Complex and the Agplex is started. We have all the lighting fixtures on site, and so our contractor is now changing them out. Makes a huge difference in terms of brightness, and of course, hopefully they'll last a long time, and our maintenance costs should be a lot lower. I will just mention at the end that's not in this report is that, as you know, in our budget, we have money set aside to subsidize the youth center and the rental of a space. And we are in conversations with the YMCA about changing our focus and attempting to maybe move that program inside the YMCA. It's in early stages, and we should be bringing a report to subcommittee maybe within the next month. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dave. So I'll open it up for questions or comments. Councillor Burback.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to see things are opening up, and that always makes people a lot more cheerful. So that's great. Yeah, just a couple questions. I'm going to start kind of at the beginning. I was down at Market Square the other day, well, yesterday was it? And it was beautiful and warm, and there were a lot of people there. And I was wondering, is Community Services responsible for putting the tables back in the Market Square, or who's going to be doing that? The tables coming back?
I believe they're stored at Public Works, and they are the ones that removed them. So I believe they're putting them back. Also, we've been working, Allison has been working with, I'm going to say the STA, about placement of tables so that when we do host events that they are not in the way. So they'll continually have to move them because they're, as you know, they're extremely heavy.
Yeah, that's great. It'll be nice to have them there again for one-off days like this. I mean, I know it's going to snow again, but a lot of people outside yesterday and today. So a question about transit. There was an announcement from the feds this week about money for electric buses. And I think it's additional money. So I'm just curious if that's on the radar for us to apply for any additional funding for electric.
Yes, there was an announcement, and at this point, I don't know that much about it. And absolutely, we are thrilled to be entering into the electric bus world.
That's great. That's great. Okay, the next thing was I was chatting with some pickleball people who are absolutely thrilled that pickleball is continuing. And their question for me was, do we think that their season might be extended a bit? Because normally I think they finish when the pork, I can't remember what it's called, that the people from the pork industry.
Yeah, Pork Congress.
Yeah, so they were wondering if nobody else is going to be using that space, could they continue that program further, because they had a big chunk cut out when we were in lockdown. So
I'll say a soft yes. We are continually working with the Agricultural Society because we normally take the floor out, and that is expensive to our department to do that in terms of labor, because it is very a labor-intensive task. It appears, and we are still working with the Agricultural Society on their events that they have planned for the summer. And at this point, it appears that they may be limited. So we are going to try and keep the floor in at least as long as possible, or not take it out at all, at least for another year. So if that's the case, then yes, programs will continue into a longer time.
That would be really great for a lot of sports events. Then we could, it could open up other options as far as recreation goes for us. So that would be really great. And I think those are all the questions I had. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Councillor Burback. Councillor Seven, do you have anything questions, comments? None at this time? Okay, thank you. Again, David, I guess now that we're recording live, would you mind just giving a quick update on that curling as well?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. There was a press release just out the other day on that Stratford being awarded the under 21 curling championships for 2022. It will be in the end of March. There'll be it's a different format. There's going to be 18 teams, men's and ladies. And we've hosted this before at the Rotary Complex, and we're thrilled to do it again. It's a big boost for a time that we are off season in terms of hotels, restaurants, and the Rotary Complex.
Great, and thank you to you and your staff for always showcasing off Stratford and our abilities to provide these opportunities for us to provide sports to our greater communities. So thank you.
And Curl Canada is thrilled to come back to Stratford, without a doubt.
And that speaks about what we're able to offer. So again, thank you for that. Okay, item 5 is just our advisory committee meetings that are there for your information. And now our next subcommittee meeting is scheduled for Thursday, April the 15th. If there's nothing further, I'd accept a motion to adjourn. Motion by Councillor Burbach. All in favor? And that is carried. Thank you, everyone, and have a great afternoon.